The PS4 is getting more free-to-play PC ports, Tactical Intervention has been terminated, Wargaming says goodbye to all pay-to-win practices, Aion's upcoming expansion Dark Betrayal gets a new trailer, and more on this week's episode of Free to Play Weekly. Since late last year, NCSoft has been slowly teasing fans of Aion with details surrounding the MMO's upcoming 4.0 expansion. Now, with less than a month before its official release, the company has unveiled a new trailer that sets the stage for the MMO's latest conflict. The trailer does its best to fill us in on the story details, which involve acts of betrayal and revenge, while hinting at some of the newest enemies and content players can expect to find in the 4.0 update. The expansion titled Dark Betrayal will see 2 new classes added, starting with the support-oriented Bard and the mobile ranged DPS Gunslinger. On their journey, players can expect the level cap increase to 65, 2 new zones, and a whopping 11 new instances to explore. The trailer is actually the official E3 trailer for the update, which means we can most likely expect NCSoft to release more details at E3 this week, where the MMOBomb crew, including myself, is currently on location. If you guys are interested in finding out more regarding the expansion, be sure to let us know in the comments below. We may just find the time to swing by their booth and check it out. Wargaming has perhaps won over a few new fans starting last week when they announced they would be removing all pay-to-win purchase options from all their current and upcoming titles. In an interview with Gamasutra, the developer made it clear that all purchasable items, which could be viewed as giving a player an advantage in battle, would be removed. Wargaming has coined their model revamp as free to win and mentioned they had been planning the switch since 2011, with elements first tested in 2012. The switch will obviously start with the company's first major title, World of Tanks. Players will now only be able to purchase non-advantageous content, such as premium vehicles and items to personalize their tanks with. Wargaming hopes these changes will grow World of Tanks' esports presence with their focused stance of fair competition. After a troubling 3-year span in closed beta, and just a month after its official release, OG Planet's strategic FPS Tactical Intervention has closed. The shooter, whose development was spearheaded by one of the original creators of Counter-Strike, apparently didn't generate a large enough fanbase to support the game. For many, the news comes as little surprise. The game was released with a large amount of glaring, albeit often humorous bugs and poor controls. Some players are also citing the lack of an international release and the subsequent lack of EU fanbase as another reason the FPS could have failed. If any player happened to purchase Tactical Intervention in-game items with Astro credits, they can expect a full refund this week. Even if you didn't purchase anything, OG Planet is rewarding anyone who logged into Tactical Intervention free bonus items for many of the publisher's other games. For more information regarding the refunds or item giveaway, be sure to check out the full post on MMOBomb. Sony is quickly establishing their next-gen console as a viable platform for developers to publish free-to-play titles onto. So far, War Thunder, Blacklight Retribution, DC Universe Online, and the originally PS3 exclusive Dust 514 have all been confirmed for the PlayStation 4. Now, 2 more games have been added to the PS4's free-to-play lineup, starting with SOE's massive MMO FPS PlanetSide 2 and Digital Extreme's hack-and-slash space ninja MMO Warframe. In terms of how they will play, the devs have confirmed their games will retain the same feeling as their PC counterparts, although obviously they will be adapted to use a more controller-friendly interface. It is worth mentioning that the PS4 version of PlanetSide 2 will utilize its own server separate from the PC version. This is understandable though, seeing as it's actually been proven PC players have consistently quicker reflexes and better accuracy in shooters than their console counterparts. With free-to-play titles seemingly on the rise for consoles, is there any game in particular you would like to see ported? Neverwinter announced its official launch date last week, despite the fact that it actually launched in April with all its features and an open cash shop. I mean, come on. The new June 20th launch could be better classified as the game's first major content update, since it adds Gauntlgrim, a brand new 20-man raid that's a hybrid of both PvE content and PvP. Players will experience Gauntlgrim in 3 stages, where 2 teams of 20 compete for a chance to claim the right to a final dungeon, which rewards combatants with tier 2 equipment. The losing team isn't quite forgotten, however, as they will be able to enter a dungeon which rewards the slightly less powerful tier 1 gear. If you're interested in learning more about the new raid, be sure to check out the full breakdown trailer on MMOBomb. Cryptic has also announced the MMO's first content expansion called Fury of the Feywild, which doesn't make much sense since adding the Gauntlgrim raid technically means that's the game's first edition of new content. We currently know little regarding the actual details of the expansion, other than the fact that the players will explore the Fomorian giants' attempt to seize the elven city of Sharandar, and will be released sometime this summer. And our last bit of news this week, guys, comes from Gazillion Entertainment, who have officially launched the action RPG Marvel Heroes. To celebrate the end of the MMO's 3-year development cycle, Gazillion released a brand new cinematic trailer which boasts some pretty impressive 2D animation that helps further sell the game's comic book feel. We also get to see Dr. Doom press a cube of untold power into a super being's forehead, causing him to explode. Classic Dr. Doom. Post-launch, Gazillion has confirmed they will be releasing frequent updates, which will include additional story missions, new heroes, and in-game content. And the game of the week is Kartuga. Kartuga is a 3D pirate-themed browser MMO, which has players taking on the role of swashbuckling sailors of the 7 seas. Players can choose between 3 ship classes that range from the graceful destroyer to the versatile engineer. As players level up, they will unlock dozens of skills, new ships, weapon types, and crew members, which allow players to adapt their ships to fit a favorable playstyle. The visually impressive world of Kartuga is exceptionally vibrant and features 3 distinct regions with their own factions, threats, and treasures to uncover. Kartuga features free-aiming action combat, with players having to utilize proper positioning and tactics in order to outwit their foes. Like in real life, cannonballs have actual travel time in Kartuga, meaning players will need to aim carefully in order to score a hit on the enemy. The MMO also features 2 PvP modes, which pit teams of 4 against each other in objective-based scenarios. If you're looking for a non-conventional MMO with minimal system requirements, impressive visuals, and engaging combat, then be sure to check out Kartuga. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment below. As always, if you want to learn more about this week's news, be sure to head on over to MMOBomb.com. We'll see you guys next week.